Thanks for joining us here on Indivisible. I'm your host, John Stubbins. Thrilled to have you with us, America. This is the show where we put God, family, and country first. We will always tell you the truth because that's what's important. Real quick, I just want to get at it. American Anarchy, our documentary. Please go to johnstubbins.com. You can donate right there, folks. We need your help. So please do it now. Again, go to johnstubbins.com and you can freely donate. Anything you can give will be much appreciated. Also, the first hour for men, Old Glory Bank, hunternation.org are just some of our sponsors. You will see that if you go to the website and check out our partners section. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hunter Nation is the ultimate we the people in the conservation community, holding our elected employees accountable to the hunting, fishing, trapping, freedom lifestyle that has brought wildlife back to the healthiest and most thriving condition in our lifetime. HunterNation.org is the epicenter for freedom and wildlife conservation in America. I am Hunter Nation.
The Isaac Law Firm, protecting men and family court.
And we're back, folks. We've got a great guest today. DB Fugate is running for Congress in Florida District 22, and that's in the area of Delray and Palm Beach, Florida. I want to bring DB onto the show. How you doing, DB?
Doing well, sir. How's everything?
Good. Been busy, really busy today, and just busy the last, I don't know, nonstop that I can think of the last 4 years. So we keep rolling. How you doing?
Oh, all is well. Just continuing to, get the word out there, and a lot of good things are happening. It's amazing that we picked today because today is Tuesday of the New Hampshire primary. So we didn't plan it that way, but I'm glad it fell on today.
Yeah, the calendar just keeps moving. It doesn't forgive me when I set it. It doesn't matter what's going on. We just got to roll with it, man.
Exactly right.
But
exactly
yes, hopefully we'll have great news out of the primary, and I'm assuming that we will. So first off, I just want to let everybody know I'm going to have DB's information scrolling at the bottom. You're going to have a website soon. You're getting one constructed. So for the time being, folks, you can reach DB through his social media, and all of his social media is scrolling at the bottom at DB Fugate. That's for Truth Social. DB Fugate for Facebook, D.B.Fugate, LinkedIn, DB_Fugate for Instagram, and at Fugate DB for Twitter. So you can follow him across all the social media platforms. But let's get into it, brother. Look, your district down there, you've got Deborah Ademy, is that right?
I think it's Deborah Ademy. Yeah.
Deborah Ademy and Dan Francis. Those are the other Republicans that are running in your district. And who is the opponent? Is there an incumbent there?
Yes, sir. It's a Democrat incumbent. It's a Lois Frankel is the incumbent.
Okay. Yeah, that name rings a bell as somebody who's a bad actor. Lois Frankel. Was she involved in any of the I think she was. Wasn't she involved in some of the election fraud stuff?
Not directly to my knowledge, but there is some information that associates her with that, amongst other things. When I ran in 2020, we ran against Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I know you're familiar with her.
I'm very familiar with her, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think they're very much alike. And not only that, Congresswoman Frankel, she's in her mid to late 70s, and she's been in Congress for a long time. I'm a believer in term limits, and I believe that, it's time for a new generation of officials in the United States that actually care about the country, no matter if it's a D or if it's an R,
Sure.
beside your name that denote party.
Was Frankel, was she involved in one of the voting locations down there at any point?
I believe that's accurate, sir.
Her name really sounds familiar, and I'll do some digging on that. But I know that name down there in that area, and I know Palm Beach very, very well. But your district extends to Delray, correct?
Yes, sir. So the redistricting, it used to be Palm Beach to I think near the Jupiter area. Now it's come further south. So I'm actually Mar-a-Lago is in our district, so I'm in the president's district. But it's Palm Beach, and yes, it extends down through Boynton Beach and onto the southern part of Delray Beach.
Sure. And by the way, everybody, DB is a United States Air Force veteran. So from one veteran to another, I salute you, brother. And let's
salute you back.
What's that?
I said I salute you back, my friend.
Oh, my pleasure. Look, I want to talk about what are your constituents saying on the ground down in Florida. Well, first of all, DeSantis is out of the race now. So, Haley is going to be out of the race very shortly here. So what are your constituents saying to you on the ground down there? What do they want from you? And what are they helping you with as far as a grassroots campaign? Do you have a good staff put together down there?
We do. We're building out a staff. I have really few really key people. But the common denominator in what I found is, the representatives are not visible. I've talked to so many people, they don't know who Lois Frankel is. They don't know who some of these local politicians are. And that's just not acceptable. We have to be a part of the communities that we are representing. We have to know exactly, we have to know exactly what their concerns are and really what's important to them. That's what we're here for. We are here to serve the constituents of a particular area. Mine will be District 22, and I will do just that. And there's some other things, issues with, jobs and unused land and abandoned buildings and things like that. But no, I need to be visible. I need to be there, and we need to represent these people how they deserve to be represented.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. That story of these politicians not being heard or seen, nobody knows who they are, that runs rampant in the Democratic Party. I mean, there's places in New York where a Republican doesn't even appear to debate the Democrat, so the Democrat wins by default, right? I mean, you've got to show up for work to be able to get something done. It starts with that, and if you can't get that done, why are you in the race, right?
Exactly right. But it's we need everybody to your vote does count, wherever you are. The people that really don't care about what's going on in your neighborhoods and your areas, you need to get them the hell out of those official positions. You need to put people in there that really care and that are going to do positive, changing things in your places. I don't care, who they are. You can tell when someone really cares. And when someone really cares and willing to do what they say they're going to do, you need to put them in a position to speak for you.
That's right. I couldn't have said that any better. Look, what are some of the things that I guess are the top of your list? And we can go through them. We're going to take a break here in about a minute, but we can continue it after the break. But real quick, let's just start with some of the things that are at the top of your list that need to happen in your area. What are the voters saying to you?
Oh, well, it's kind of like on a national stage, what the president's saying. We need jobs. We want our neighborhood to be clean. I definitely want to support and always will support law enforcement, but that's what I was saying earlier about abandoned buildings, unused land. There's so many business opportunities and so many things that can be going up, parks for children, and especially that's one thing that's important to me is safety for our children. As
Sure.
you know, things that happened here a few years ago in the Coral Springs area, Stoneman Douglas, very, very horrific thing that happened with the active shooter on that school campus. That will never happen again on my watch. I don't care if they're not in my district. If they're in the vicinity, we need to make sure that protecting our children is priority one. But those are just a few things that I know that the people in District 22, have a high level of importance of.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with DB Fugate.
Here's to the overlooked, the overworked, the underappreciated. Here's to the fighters to preserve our freedom, our liberty, our rights, our faith. Here's to the workers, the farmers, the first responders, and those who serve so bravely in our military. Here's to Americans who proudly hold tight to our values: God, privacy, freedom of speech, life and liberty. Here's to the patriots who love this country and everything it stands for, who should never be canceled for believing in America and the blessings of liberty. Finally, there's a bank for you, Old Glory Bank, named after the flag that represents the fabric of this great country and the people of Old Glory Nation, the engine of America. Now you have a bank that values your values. Now you have a bank that stands with you, no matter where you stand. Old Glory Bank. We stand with you.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Indivisible with John Stubbins is proud to support my friends Jim and Angela Holland and Set Apart Farms.
Faith-led and family-driven, we're doing things a better way for veterans and their families. For all the ways to get involved, go to setapartfarms.org.
We need to stick together as patriots. We need to do what's right for our country, and we need to put our country back on the right track and get rid of the disease, which is all this nonsense that's being spread. We need to get rid of the disease of all these people that want to hurt our country, and some of these people are in office right now, and they're collecting a government check, and they're enriching themselves. We need to stick together, and we need to do what's right for each other and for the United States of America.
You know, I've said a bunch of times, like in Red Dawn, when the enemy comes parachuting in, people don't realize the freedom and liberties that they have in this country. I was a felon for 20 years. I lost all my rights for 20 years for doing my job. And President Donald Trump just gave me a pardon, gave me all my rights back.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. But people don't realize how good they have it.
Yes.
And going back to Red Dawn, when the enemy comes and they're parachuting into, that's when we all need to stick together.
Absolutely.
And they don't realize that, everybody who's against each other right now, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, whoever it is, when the enemy comes to town, all we got is each other. We're as Americans.
We need to protect each other. We need to protect ourselves. We need to defend people who can't defend themselves.
Protect the weak, brother.
We need to get away from allowing these radical thinking people to think that they can push over us and hurt our people and set up a bad future for our children. We cannot stand for that, and I will not stand by and allow this to happen on my watch. While I'm breathing, I will fight.
Agreed.
And trust me, we will succeed, and we will do it together.
Absolutely.
And we're back with DB Fugate. DB, look, let's go on and talk about some of the other things. I know, obviously, our military and our military becoming woke is big on your agenda. You want to get rid of that. Obviously, you are a staunch supporter of law enforcement and getting woke out of that. What do you see in the Black community? What are some of the Black community's concerns? Do you see that they're starting to catch on or have caught on to what Joe Biden's lies are and where he's putting the Black community right now with what's happening at the border? Is there any connection there?
There is a connection. What I'm hearing just from people that I know personally, they're getting hip to the notion that the Democratic Party only really care about them when it's voting time, when it's voting season. And obviously this has been happening long before President Trump got into office. And so they're getting hip to it. And also we had the benefit of having a great 4 years in the United States with President Trump. And then we just had a bad, 3+ years under the Biden administration. So I think we are realizing what's going on, and let's not to mention Afghanistan, what they're doing in the Ukraine. They've made so many mistakes. And that alone, believe it or not, I don't want to say it's a good thing because it's not, but it gives more credibility to President Trump that he actually did a great job. And for people that I care about what he says and he says this way, did he do the job? Did he do the job that he was supposed to do, that he said he was going to do? And also, he gave a record grant for historic Black colleges and universities that no other president has ever done.
Right.
So there's no excuse that President Trump, I've gotten a chance to meet President Trump. He was a nice man, but obviously you're talking about a very big businessman that has done things in the public eye. He is the right man for the job. And I believe they're scared to death of him because all these things they're trying to throw at him to slow him down. They're scared to death of him.
Well, they are scared to death of him because they know that, especially after everything that's happened, that the swamp is in jeopardy, and they want to keep that swamp going, right?
Absolutely.
Look, and you talk about the Middle East. Instead of $6 billion, now it's $10 billion that the Biden administration wants to give to Iran. So, look, these are people. You see what's going on in Israel right now. Okay, I mean, who are these people? Who gives money to their enemies? I mean,
exactly.
And these are enemies that have vowed to destroy you.
Exactly.
To kill you. So being a military man, I know you understand. We don't play that way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So it's nonsense. And when it comes to not only you take it more domestically, and you look at law enforcement and these woke cities and what have you, we need to get back to law and order where people start paying for their crimes. And I'm tired of the nonsense. I'm tired of the excuses out of people. Everybody's dealt a tough hand in this life, but everybody doesn't go out and kill people. Everybody doesn't rob stores. Everybody doesn't loot or commit arson or assault on people. You don't have to be that way. That's a personal choice. And if you make that choice, you should suffer the consequences, bar none.
What you said is exactly right. And this whole woke thing, it's ridiculous. It's not based upon facts. It's not based upon, all these things. All there are just different divisive little things that are trying to inject more chaos into what's going on, and they're perpetuating it because chaos and division is the only way that the enemies can succeed. Our true unity, and as patriots in the United States, no matter what you look like, you and I, sir, our skin color is different, but you're my brother because
that's right.
A patriot. You're a patriot, and you're a fellow brother in arms in the military. And when we stop looking at that, we're going to be a lot better off in this country when we stop looking at the shell on the outside.
Look, there's no doubt about it. But when it comes to crime, I call it like I see it. Okay, and you can't tell me with buildings burning behind you as you're reporting from CNN that there's not violence and chaos happening in Ferguson, Missouri, or Minneapolis, or wherever it is. So, I go back to the whole Michael and Brown investigation and the hands up, don't shoot. The lie started right there in Ferguson. Everybody that's done their due diligence knows the truth. Everything that they did there was a lie, and the whole lie was perpetuated to start this nonsense of defunding the police.
Yes.
Well, where has that gotten us, America? Look around you. Defunding police is not the answer. Taking away our border patrol ability to stop illegal immigrants from coming across the border is not the answer. Interjecting this nonsense into our schools and teaching our kids hate is not the answer. So I was just curious, what do you see on the ground? Because you and I agree on this. We're brothers. We get it. But at the same time, we're not going to allow bad behavior to go unpunished. I don't care what color your skin is.
Absolutely
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you play in the NFL or the NBA or what you do. If you break the law, there's consequences. And it should be that way across the board.
Absolutely. And you're right. And it has become a lot of woke, all this indoctrination. I think that was the word that you were looking for in the schools.
Yes.
Yeah. The indoctrination. And that needs to stop. I mean, President Trump said it best, all this critical race theory and DEI stuff needs to be taken out of our schools. And then it's, people are going to realize, hey, you're going to mess around. Like, look at what happened in Miami-Dade County when the riots and stuff were happening. Those great police officers down there, they weren't having it. You want to start trouble, then trouble's going to find you. And they made it happen. They made it happen. And you know what? There was no riots and none of that stuff happened down there again. You know why? Because it was met with the proper force.
That's right. That's right.
It was met with the proper force. Bad people want to do bad things. They're going to get bad consequences. It's just plain and simple.
That's right. And I look at the border situation. We talk about the border ad nauseum on this show because the border situation it's so imminent and in your face, and the consequences of that failure by Biden and Obama, there's long stretching consequences here. And we talk about the gotaways, the people that are not processed at that border from 109 different countries. Okay, some of them are from the Middle East.
Yeah, that's correct.
Think about a dirty bomb or an EMP device coming across that border. Think of the damage that does. Look,
exactly.
I haven't even gotten into the unintended consequences on the U.S. taxpayer, whether it's schools, medical, law enforcement, our forces, our ability to take care of these illegals is stretched so thin we can't do it. And now you're seeing all these other cities, even the woke cities, that are saying, we can't do this. Even New York City, we can't do this. Well, why not?
Because I thought you love
illegals. Right.
Yeah, right. When it starts to cost you money, when it starts to really take a bite out of you, that's when they start to care. Now that, like you said, I think it was the mayor of New York, said, hey, we need to fix this illegal immigrant problem. And you're right. If someone flies into the airport at JFK and you go through TSA, you may not be able to enter the country, but you can just go down to the southern border in Mexico and all these places, and you can just walk right in.
Exactly.
And it's just mind-boggling that how is a country, just what you said earlier, how is a country that gives money to its enemy, that has open borders, and then wants to defund the police and take away your ability to defend yourself with the Second Amendment? Why would a country do that? That does nothing but weaken the country.
That's right.
And when President Trump is back in office, it'll all be in reverse. We will be the strongest, most sustainable, energy efficient, law and order country the world has ever seen. And I am going to be a proponent. I'm just a cog in the machine. But I'll do everything I can to make it so. And
listen,
yes, you are.
We appreciate you coming on the show. I hope that you'll keep us updated on your progress down there. And we'll have you back. Okay.
Well, looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on, my brother. Good to see you again.
God bless you and God bless your family. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hunter Nation is the ultimate we the people in the conservation community, holding our elected employees accountable to the hunting, fishing, trapping, freedom lifestyle that has brought wildlife back to the healthiest and most thriving condition in our lifetime. HunterNation.org is the epicenter for freedom and wildlife conservation in America. I am Hunter Nation.
You guys, we do have the MyPillow 2.0 or 2.0, MyPillow 2.0, the best pillow in 20 years. We've improved on the best sleep ever, and use that promo code
Indivisible.
Indivisible.
Yes, sir.
And if you use that, it's a buy one, get one free.
And we're back, folks. Great show tonight. DB Fugate, a really promising young congressional candidate down in Florida, District 22, which is from Delray up to Palm Beach, even right in President Trump's backyard. So hopefully President Trump will endorse DB and get behind him. We need really strong young conservatives who are down there communicating with the people, we the people. And folks, we need it more than ever. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless America. We'll see you next week.
We got any Johnny Cash fans up in this house tonight? Well, here's a burning thing, and it's me, a fiery rain. Well, bound, sir, I feel into real fire. Y'all let me sing it. Ring of fire. Y'all sing it to the car. Let me hear it. Your taste, what is sweet, and hearts like our feet. I feel for you like a child. Oh, and about a while. Here we go. This is our country. Do not forget who you are. Do not forget what your DNA is as an American. Do not forget it for one damn second. We stand on the shoulders of greats, and we're the next great set of shoulders. Can I get a hell yeah out of this crowd one time? Here's some Charlie Daniels. As alone, I get up in the morning and get down in the afternoon. Kinda like my old blue chick count, I like a dead round in a shade. And I ain't got no money, but a damn sure body's big. And I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, say just here comes You think I'm bad, 'cause I'm breathing free at last, and you're still stuck behind your mask, and I'm offended. You're offended. Yeah, let's all get offended tonight. Hi, Lord, some beer, we can sit down right here, screaming, yelling, cussing, fussing, fine. Passing out $100 bills and the kills and the thrill, like a horns on my Silverado grill. High by the bar, triple around the crowd, everybody's getting down in that town. It ain't never gonna be the same, y'all see it. I started up the road, I'm riding through the city. I made a lot of niggas, all the girls down to the track. Riding up and down the way, I was stepping up, and the girls said, say oh, it's right down the road. Say oh, it's right down the road. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause our flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the U.S.